following a car break-in earlier today. The two men pictured on your screen are suspected of breaking into a car at Barfield Park here in Murfreesboro, stealing a wallet full of debit and credit cards. More than $1,200 worth of gift cards were then purchased with those stolen cards. If you know these men or have any information that could help, contact Detective Sean Harris at the Murfreesboro Police Department.
Mount Juliet police have identified the man found dead on Lebanon Road last week. Police found 36-year-old Michael Jordan from Old Hickory, Tennessee at the bottom of a steep embankment along a creek. Foul play is not suspected.
A woman is wanted by the Murfreesboro police for bank fraud of several locations in Murfreesboro. She was caught on surveillance cashing fraudulent checks at 3 different Wilson County Bank and Trust branches. Locations in Murfreesboro. These fraudulent checks reportedly totaled more than $5,200. One victim's card and license was stolen from her vehicle back in March in Lebanon. She is also suspected of committing similar crimes in Smyrna and Wilson County. The suspect has a rose tattoo on her right hand and wears a nose ring. If you have any information about this case, please contact Detective Ray Daniel at the Murfreesboro Police Department.
Organizations on MTSU's campus are recognizing Sexual Assault Awareness Month. Studies suggest sexual assault victimization on college campuses is quickly ramping up at approximately 25% for women and 5% for men. The MTSU June Anderson Center for Women and Non-Traditional Students, as well as other organizations on campus, are hosting several inclusive activities for the month of April. This variety of events is meant to show students, faculty, and staff there are always more resources available to them both on and off campus. On April 9th, the Power of One will host their annual Walk a Mile in Their Shoes walk from 4 to 6 p.m. and Color the Commons will take place on April 18th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Free counseling is available year-round through the program Let's Talk, a drop-in service that offers a consultation with an MTSU Counseling Service Coordinator. For more information, visit the MTSU website under the Let's Talk tab. New state legislation may affect weapons on college campuses. Middle Tennessee News reporter Serena Vasudeva has the story.
A bill advancing through the state legislature would ensure that college students are allowed to carry non-lethal weapons such as tasers and pepper spray on campuses. Middle Tennessee State University and Motlow Smyrna currently both ban students from carrying any kind of weapons. Their policies have exceptions that allow students to possess weapons if the law permits it. Faith Ziegler, an MTSU student in community and public health, carries pepper spray despite university policy. Even though her professors know, she hasn't gotten in trouble.
The security on this campus is not good enough for myself or my family to warrant me walking alone at any point in time on this campus without some sort of safety mechanism.
Karena Rector, a biology student at Motlow Smyrna, also carries pepper spray for safety.
Anyone can walk on a campus, so especially at night, so I don't think I probably would have picked night classes unless I had someone that I know is going to be reliable, being able to like at least view me go to my car, or vice versa, and everything like that. So
Belmont, Lipscomb, and Vanderbilt all prohibit weapons on campus. TCAT, Murfreesboro, and Smyrna prohibit only dangerous weapons. Serena Vasudeva, Middle Tennessee News.
Thanks, Serena. The bill's placed on the Senate calendar earlier this week. And now Taylor Pennington joins us with our first look at the weather. Now, we had some scary weather yesterday. How have things changed since then, Taylor?
Well, Dylan, after storms hit the area yesterday, we are still seeing rain throughout the mid-state today. Thunderstorms rolled into Middle Tennessee. Yesterday afternoon, many places saw damaging winds, rain, and hail, as well as tornado threats. The rain is sticking around for most of the day, and it has brought in some of those cooler temperatures. Mount Juliet will see our highest temperature of the day, sitting at 56 degrees. McMinnville will see a high of 55 degrees. Murfreesboro, Woodbury, and Shelbyville will see a high of 54 degrees today, and Manchester will see our lowest high of the day, sitting at 53 degrees. These lower temperatures will be accompanied by rain extending into the afternoon. Make sure to pick up an umbrella and a jacket for any plans later tonight. Dylan, back to you.
Thanks, Taylor. And still ahead on Middle Tennessee News, A local golf course is getting a 5-star facelift, and if you are looking for a volunteer opportunity, a local community garden may have the perfect spot for you. That's coming up next on Middle Tennessee News.
My late friend James Gandolfini and I got to know a lot of combat vets over the years when we were in Iraq and in Afghanistan. And it guts me to know that 22 of you are taking your own lives every day. Yeah, I play tough guys in the movies, but you are the real tough guys. And the toughest thing to do sometimes is look for help. I want you to know, reaching out is an act of strength. And our friends at Wounded Warrior Project are here to help. You don't have to go it alone.
Your Marine Corps' way of life is to defend the American way of life. Every day, no matter where we serve, we take a stand for our nation, for each other, for us all. The few, the proud, the Marines.
I'm a firefighter.
A teacher.
I'm a farmer. I'm a barber.
A waitress.
A mom.
We're all part of your community. Every day we move in and out of each other's busy lives.
It's easy to take for granted all the little moments that make up our everyday.
Some are good,
others not so much.
But that's life. It's when you experience a moment of uncertainty. Something or someone's behavior that doesn't seem quite right.
These are the moments to take a pause.
Because if something doesn't feel right, it's probably not.
It's not about paranoia
or being afraid.
It's about standing up and protecting our communities.
One detail at a time.
Because a lot of little details can become a pattern.
We
trust our instincts.
Just like you should.
Because only you know what's not supposed to be in your everyday.
So protect your everyday.
If you see something suspicious, say something to local authorities.
Welcome back to Middle Tennessee News. And after 21 years since its last renovation, the Old Fort Golf Club is investing $1.5 million into revitalizing its grounds. While the course is currently closed for renovations, golf enthusiasts still can enjoy the amenities offered at Old Fort Golf Club, including the driving range, chipping green, clubhouse, and the popular par 3 course, Bloomfield Links. As Old Fort Golf Club prepares to reopen its doors in the beginning of September, anticipation is running high amongst golf enthusiasts. Director of Golf Trey Adams had this to say about the updates.
I think what you'll see is that it'll be in better condition longer, and I think ultimately that will lead to maybe some more play.
A job fair hosted by JobsForTN.gov will be taking place at the American Employment Center tomorrow. The job fair will be held from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. with many great employers, including Murfreesboro Transit, Wiregrass Construction, Yates Nissan, Southern Roofing Renovations, and many more. For more information about the event, email Jeffrey Glyden at jeffrey.glyden@tn.gov. Be sure to follow JobsForTN.gov on Facebook for more information about job openings.
The MTSU Department of Theater and Dance students are proud to present the premiere of The Ruminants. The play explores protest, privilege, and legacy. The Ruminants will run April 4th through 6th at 7:30 p.m. each night. There's a matinee performance on Sunday the 7th at 2 p.m. All shows are at the Tucker Theater. The show is directed by Lauren Schaus, written by Dipti Brahmkar, and developed as part of the Farm Theaters College collaboration project.
A new bill that recently passed in the state Senate will look to involve stricter penalties for school threats.
Despite
SB
intense political
2263
division,
will
one bill
increase jail
recently
time for
passed the
those
Tennessee
threatening to
House
bomb or
unanimously.
shoot up a school. After its passing, it was referred to the Senate Calendar Committee. Currently, the punishment for such threats sit at a Class A misdemeanor and a maximum of 1 year in jail. The bill will upgrade this to a Class E felony and pose 1 to 6 year jail sentence. Bill sponsor Bo Mitchell hopes that the bill will lower the number of school threats and avoid unnecessary deployment of police forces.
We've had nearly 80 this school year, so they have to respond now like it's the real thing after Covenant.
It's a great place to volunteer this spring. MTN reporter Liv Rapier has the story.
The Murfreesboro Community Garden started 10 years ago. 10 years later, lots of volunteers, lots of input, lots of help, lots of community support.
The Murfreesboro Community Garden is tucked away in the middle of town right outside the square. Located at 806 East State Street, it's on a plot donated by Key Memorial Methodist Church.
Yeah, we took it right away, didn't know what we were doing, and now we do.
I've been coming here since 2018, and it's just a good place for community members and people in the neighborhood to gather together.
The garden is open to volunteers on Saturdays from 10 to 12 and welcomes anyone who wants to help.
You know, kids come to the garden, we host classes, we host church groups and after-school groups and field trips and all that kind of stuff.
My first time coming here, I got to meet a ton of new friends.
A lot of people are so disconnected from, you know, where our food comes from and how vegetables grow, that it's just fun to get to show the kids how to do that.
For more information, visit murfreesborocommunitygardening.com or find them on Instagram as Embro Garden.
Thanks, Liv. The garden is open every Saturday from 10 to 12. Go check it out. Speaking of weather, Taylor is back with tonight's forecast. And Taylor, we were a bit cooler than usual today. Will that trend continue tonight?
Thanks, Dylan. Those cooler temperatures will be sticking around with us throughout the evening, joined by occasional showers up until 7 p.m. tonight. After 7 p.m., we will have partly cloudy skies with a drop in temperature, making it a very chilly night. For our lows this evening, Smithville has our lowest temperature of the night, sitting at a cold 37 degrees. Manchester is following Smithville with a low of 38 degrees tonight. Shelbyville and McMinnville share a low of 39 degrees, with Woodbury resting at a low of 40 degrees. Mount Juliet has our second highest low tonight, sitting at 41 degrees, with Murfreesboro leading the way with our highest low tonight, 42 degrees. Make sure you wear something warm if you're gonna have plans later this evening. Dylan, back to you.
Thanks, Taylor. When we get back from break, Taylor will be back with our full 5-day forecast, and Ryan Martinelich will be in the MTN Sports Den with a look into what the week holds for sports. That's coming up right after the break.
Son, love is like the ocean. You have to tread the waters.
Dad, that's not the kind of help I needed. Jessica, will you go to prom with me?
Yes.
Thousands of teens in foster care can't wait to share their first with you.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all. If I could go back, I would. But I can't.
Once there was a boy who did the same thing again and again.
One day, he was told he had autism. He got help and slowly learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Natural disasters are a fact of life in the U.S. And between activities and school, chances are you won't be with your kids when they happen. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids can help your children feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Put the keys down, Kevin.
But I'm gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
My text to emoji ratio has gotten a little out of hand.
A little?
Yep, I'm definitely gonna call a ride home.
Here's Taylor for our 5-day forecast. Taylor, what do you have for us?
Well, Dylan, sadly, today we're going to have a very windy day today with a high of 55 degrees with occasional showers and the possibility of thunder. Tonight will be mostly cloudy with a low of 42 degrees with showers and a chance of wet snow. The showers will fade away into partly cloudy conditions tomorrow with a high of 55 degrees. That evening we'll have cloudy skies with a drop in temperature with a low sitting at 36 degrees. The sun will begin to peek through this Friday with much nicer conditions and a high of 55 degrees. That night we'll reach a low of 32 degrees with scattered frost possible. This weekend we will have a beautiful sunny Saturday with warmer high of 61 degrees. Saturday evening we'll have a low of 38 degrees with crystal clear skies that night. We will end the weekend with a cloudy Sunday with partly cloudy skies possible and showers happening later on in the day. Sunday night we'll have cloudy conditions with some showers along with a much warmer low than previous evenings with temperatures reaching up to 58 degrees. That's all I have for your full 5-day forecast. Dylan, back to you.
Thanks, Taylor. When we return, Ryan Martinelich will be in the MTN Sports Den. That's next on Middle Tennessee News.
Son, love is like the ocean. You have to tread the waters.
Dad, that's not the kind of help I needed. Jessica, will you go to prom with me?
Yes.
Thousands of teens in foster care can't wait to share their first with you.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. I could go back and change it all. If I could go back, I would. But I can't.
Once there was a boy who did the same thing again and again. One day, he was told he had autism. He got help and slowly learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Natural disasters are a fact of life in the U.S. And between activities and school, chances are you won't be with your kids when they happen. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids can help your children feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Put the keys down, Kevin.
But I'm gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
My text to emoji ratio has gotten a little out of hand.
A little?
Yep, I'm definitely gonna call a ride home.
Welcome back into the MTN Sports Den. First things first, if you're looking for a good time tonight, the Boulevard Bar and Grill is hosting a celebration for the Blue Raiders women's basketball team. The Middle Tennessee Athletics Department is set to commemorate the Lady Raiders for their historical season, including 30 wins, regular season and conference tournament titles, and their first NCAA win since 2007. Commemorative posters will be handed at the door for first arrivals, and a portion of all proceeds of tonight's event will be donated to the Blue Raiders NIL Collective. The event starts at 6 to join the team for autographs and a live panel with head coach Rick Insell and several members of the team, including Conference Player of the Year Savannah Wheeler and Courtney Whitson. Next up, the Stewart's Creek JV competitive cheer team has been on a successful run of late. MTN reporter Kylie McLemore has more.
In the world of high school cheerleading, the spotlight shines brightly on one exceptional team. The Stewart's Creek JV Redhawks have once again clinched victory, securing their 6th consecutive national title. Last month, the Redhawks traveled to Orlando to compete at the National High School Cheerleading Championships. Senior member Chloe Harris says the road to victory starts well before competition season.
It was a really hard regimen. But it was also very satisfying. The more work you put in, the more satisfying the win is. So it was definitely all worth it in the end. But a lot of summer conditioning, a lot of running the mile under 9 minutes, a lot of intense training in order to be able to have such a great routine.
But for the Redhawks, that hard work paid off. Going into finals day, the Hawks were in 3rd place. They were determined to keep their streak alive. One varsity team member, Ethan Fleener, shares his thoughts on the relentless effort required to reach the top.
Never give up, and then also, I would say, work harder than anyone else, because there are people out there who are going to be working harder than you, and so you have to work harder than them.
High school cheerleaders dream of winning a white jacket. For Stewart's Creek, their dreams once again became reality. Harris speaks on what this championship means to her.
Winning a national championship told me that I was capable of anything, and that sounds so cheesy, but it's so real. It's whenever you don't expect something and then you ended up achieving it, it's just amazing.
Congratulations to the 2024 Junior Varsity Co-Ed National Champions. This is Kylie McLemore, Middle Tennessee News.
Thanks, Kylie. We look forward to seeing how Stewart's Creek Cheer does in the future. Moving on, pickleball has seen a significant growth over the last couple of years, and that's no exception in Mount Juliet. One particular, the Tillmans started a pickleball tournament within their friend and family group as a tradition to hang out and stay close. It's been an annual tradition for them for over the last 4 years. However, what started as something so small unexpectedly turned into a much larger gathering. Jace Tillman, the tournament host, has been with it from the start.
This has started off as just fun. We had 6 or 7 or 8 people join in, and it became such a hit that more and more people wanted to join and play in. So we've just turned it into an event where we.
And wrapping up here in the MTN Sports Den, the MTSU baseball team is full of brotherly love. MTN sports reporter Jay Standridge has more.
The Middle Tennessee State University baseball team has 39 players on its roster, but 4 of them share a special bond.
It was a lot of fun then, but now it just kind of means more because it's on a bigger stage.
There are 2 sets of brothers on this team, Luke and Cale Vinson, and Eston and Grant Snyder.
Oh, it's very cool. It's awesome. Our 2 boys are really good friends, so it's fun to get to see them to play together again.
Not only are these guys just on the team, they even start for the Division I program. The older brothers start in the outfield, and the younger brothers stay in the infield. Nobody can say the chemistry is off for the Blue Raiders.
Question 3 for the older brothers.
Eston says he wants to be a role model for his younger brother.
Starting as a freshman is a big deal, like you said, and there's a lot of nerves that come with it at first because he came in and he saw me start as a freshman, and he really felt that that was the expectation.
Big brothers are always there for you, even for your first career home run. Jay Standridge, Middle Tennessee News.
Thanks, Jace. It's certainly an interesting dynamic that we get to witness firsthand with those guys. That's all I have in the Sports Den. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Ryan. Wrapping up our show today, darkness will fall over the sky in just 5 days. The 2024 solar eclipse will soon make its way over Middle Tennessee. Once thought as an omen in ancient cultures, the eclipse has now become a modern marvel for people across the world. And this year, there are many unique ways to witness this once-in-a-lifetime event here in the Mid-State.
The MTSU Observatory will be open from 12:45 to 2:45 p.m. on Monday, and the Astrology Club will offer a Q&A session during the event. Rutherford County schools will also be closed during this time, allowing students and teachers the opportunity to witness the eclipse. Thank you for watching Middle Tennessee News. If you missed this or any show, you can watch them on our website, middletennesseenews.net. I'm Kara Fullington, joined by Dylan Simmons, Ryan Martinelich, and Taylor Pennington.
Make sure to follow us on all of our social media sites. We'll see you on Monday for our next newscast. Thank you, everybody, and good night.
Suppose now shush, she makes the sound she makes to calm me down.
Were you born from 1945 to 1965? People born during these years are 5 times more likely to have hepatitis C. But most people with hepatitis C don't know they're infected. So even if you try to eat right, exercise, and take care of yourself, you could still have hepatitis C, a serious liver disease. People can live for decades without feeling sick, but over time, hepatitis C can cause serious health problems and even lead to liver cancer. Getting tested is the only way to know if you're infected. That's why the CDC recommends everyone born from 1945 to 65 get a blood test for hepatitis C. Treatments are available that can cure this disease, so talk to your doctor about getting tested. It could save your life.